You ever want to do? I know we. You ever want to like? Have you like considered like doing a TED Talks or like even like stand up comedy or like some shit like that?
TED Talk probably. Stand up comedy, I don't really think that fit me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd rather open my own lane.
Yeah.
As far as this comedy, I want to open my own lane and do something that nobody done before. Like they told me, I remember somebody told me like you ain't gonna be successful if you don't do stand up comedy. And
That
I was
ain't
like,
true.
yeah, I was like, all right,
Especially
watch
in this
this.
day and
Yeah,
age.
it's a whole new era. Like,
Most of the stand up comedians they do like podcasts and other shit
and
now.
I heard a comedian that do what I do say he made more money on Facebook than he did going on tour for comedy.
That's
And
wild.
that's true, bro. Like Facebook is paying a lot of money. Like,
Plus, you're not paying for like hotel. You're not paying for
right?
travel expenses, food, none of that. You're
I
just at
could
home.
I could do what I do in my videos and get paid a lot of money.
Oh, I was gonna ask you, bro. You should try to like talk to like Fresno State or something. Like, I bet you could get a tech talk or like get a something going.
That's the thing. Like, man, I don't want to reach out to them. That's what you need a team for, though. Honestly, like you need other people like managers and to do all that work for you.
But I mean, it's important to still like reach out to a point. Like, you ain't gotta feel like you're reaching out like they're like doing you a favor. But it's like sometimes they might not even know and like
Right.
or like know you were interested in that and like if you like put something together and like send it to the right person and they see it,
Right.
and tell them who you are, where you're from, your story, and like I would love to like come and talk to like students and stuff because college kids go through it a lot.
Yeah.
Especially the ones who like are away from home.
Yeah.
And like you don't got a lot of money, school is stressful.
Hell yeah.
And like I remember because when I was at Utah State we had one of those, this dude came and talked to like all the athletes, and he talked to us about like what he went through and shit, and like kind of told us this. I still remember it. That's my
Right.
point, is like that's something
crazy.
that I remember the most was that little like TED Talk thing.
Yeah.
And I know you could definitely do that. And like, I just said Fresno State because that's where you're from and stuff. That's a good starting point.
That's a good idea, though. I like how you put that together.
Yeah.
I got some connects like that could reach out to Fresno State. Like, I got a cousin that graduated from Fresno State, played basketball, so he knows.
Yeah,
people.
some of like the coaches and stuff who could get you
Right.
at least get your name out there, man. Like to where, because if you do it there and it's successful, that could be like a yearly thing.
Right.
It could be a semester thing. It could even be where like you start doing it at other colleges if you're even interested in that. I know like it's different to like stand in front of people and talk. Even if it's like you're not, like I feel like being a comedian is a lot harder because you're trying to make people laugh, but like you're just being genuine
yeah.
and telling your own story, which you have told, a bunch of times over.
Right.
And you wrote a book about it, so I feel like the structure is there to where you could easily get like 45 minutes to an hour.
Right.
And like if you had like work on like a speech type of, it doesn't have to be like you're standing at a podium, but like walk around and like kind of just be yourself. And
yeah,
I feel like you could definitely do that.
I thought about that too.
That's something
with
you
my
could,
book like this.
Yeah.
And talk about it, or even just my testimony, help the kids out. Because a lot of people going through mental health. It's kids in college, like you just said, that's going through mental health for sure. Yeah. I know when I was at junior college, I thought I was losing my mind too. I'm like, man, financial aid need to hurry up and come.
Dude, because and it's every semester, dude. Like the beginning is just, or and like, oh man, I hope I get these classes, and then
stressful.
It is, dude. Like every bit of it is stressful, and those kids, like a lot of kids drop out. They don't.
I think high school need to prepare kids for life.
Yeah.
Better, like
I actually
school systems suck.
Yeah, specifically the public schools.
Yeah.
Private schools, they help out a lot more because they have more resources.
Right.
But public schools, they don't have that. And then my last podcast I just did, we kind of brought that up where like he was like, man, they didn't really talk to us about college till like our senior year. Like, oh, by the way, like,
right,
you should probably start applying for college. And like, and then when I think about it, the only thing they broke down and like try to sell you on college about is I remember they put on the board, they put like no degree, how much money you make on average, a degree, how much money you make. All it was about was the money. Like how much money you make a year, not necessarily like.
At least they giving you a hint. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to it.
It's a lot more to it. Like
you know what I'm saying? Like They're just saying that you better go to school or you're gonna make this much, but that's not even true though. Like
people used to tell me like go back to school so you can get a degree to get a good job, but it's like I'm making more money a year right now than some teachers. So
yeah,
like,
than people who have their master's degree who spent 8 to 10 years.
So what is they teaching y'all and y'all still?
You know, there's a. It's not so cut and dry like they make it seem.
A teacher could quit her job today, go on the internet, create a page, and start her own classes teaching people, and people could just watch her videos, and she gonna get paid double, if not triple, what she making working for us, working for a school district.
Yeah.
So for them to tell somebody, not to say that don't go to school because you got it, that's a good thing to do, but for somebody to say go to school and get a good job, that's not the only way for you to make good money is go to school. It's gonna put you in debt, if anything.
I would advise, young people to go to school for the experience.
Experience, yeah, hell yeah.
Experience it, man, and learn to be disciplined. There's a lot of things that you can learn in that that you could carry with you forever.
Right.
Like not just like going to school, but learn to be on your own. Learn to be disciplined. Learn to hold yourself accountable.
For some people, school is right for them.
Yeah.
Some people, like for me, school wasn't. I never like. If it wasn't for sports, I don't know if I probably would have dropped out of school a long time ago. But it just wasn't for me. Like, and then once I graduated, luckily I got blessed with this stuff I do now.
Yeah.
So like, but some people don't even. For the people that if you go to school and you feel like it's not for you, do what you love to do. Social media is a good platform to use if you want to start making good money. Don't just sit around.
Another good thing, if you're away from college is, dude, call your parents more often. Yeah. Talk to your parents, because whether you think it or not, I didn't realize this till later. Is like the support system you have when you're home is a big deal. Like you can go off and like, and just wonder like, man, what the fuck's wrong and shit.
Right.
Like you don't really have that support system like you do. So like the biggest thing is to keep in contact with that.
Did you have support system when you were there?
When I was there, not directly, but like, my parents always, what's up? No, you're good. They were always there. Always. I mean, even for like when I was running track, they went all the way. They drove all the way to Wyoming to watch me run.
Yeah, lucky you.
Like that. Yeah. Like they're very supportive.
My mom, my parents, my parents, my dad probably would have, but my mom, she probably would have came up with an excuse.
I just thought it was always, I thought this was weird in high school too. Like I talked to someone like, oh yeah, like my parents are like right there, They're like, oh, is your dad here? Like, yeah, they're all up there. My fucking mom, dad, my uncles, grandparents, like all there watching me play, and then I'd be like, where are your parents? And they'd be like, oh, they're at home.
Right.
Like they don't go. I'm like,
damn.
I'm like, for real? They're like, yeah, but they don't seem to care. But to me, like, that bothered me, bro.
Yeah, if you would ask me that in high school, I would have said the same thing.
Like for real? Like, they don't come watch? Like,
she gonna watch the news. And, I seen you on the news. Like, you could have seen me in person.
Yeah, man. Like, I just always... But I was, that's when I realized, like, I was blessed to have, like, such a support system where... Dude, even, like, this and anything I do, like, I tell them I'm gonna do this. They never, ever deterred me from anything. Even if they thought it was stupid or like expensive, like if I wanted to go to an art institute,
right, they
would have been like, okay, but this is what's gonna happen. Like you're gonna be in debt, all this, whatever. But they would never tell me no. Right, they'd always just support whatever it is.
That's huge.
It is, man, and it's it helps with just being your own person and being able to like, man, I'm gonna do this and know, like, they might think it's weird or whatever, but they're not going to tell you no. Like, no one's going to stop me from doing that. And that's important. And even, like, when I came home from Utah State, like, obviously they wanted me to finish there. I eventually got my degree, so, it worked out. But, when I came home and I told them, they were just like, okay. They're not like, nah, like, you have to stay. Like, you're not allowed back. Like, I know there are kids who are like that. They feel like they can't even go home. They don't have that support, because we all live our own life, bro. We all go through our own shit, and it's important to have people around you who do their best to just understand. They don't have to necessarily understand why, just, give you that, like, try to understand, and support whatever it is, and vice versa, because I've known, like, I've learned to be very understanding and supportive. And also, man, check in on maybe trying to do some at Fresno State or college like that. That'd be dope, dude. I think that would be like really good, and it be like another thing you can do and look forward to. So
do that.